This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.
The UAE and Malaysia jointly developing renewable energy projects, and global bond funds post massive weekly outflows. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The UAE and Malaysia have agreed to jointly set up 10 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2025. Masdar and the Malaysian Investment Development Authority signed a preliminary agreement for the $8 billion project. The two countries have boosted bilateral trade in recent years. As of May, Malaysian investments in the UAE touched $150 million, while UAE investments in Malaysia stood at $220 million. The UAE is the first destination for Malaysian merchandise exports to Arab countries. Global bond funds faced huge outflows in the week to October 4th, driven by concerns over sustained high interest rates. U.S. job openings unexpectedly increased in August, indicating a still tight labor market that could compel the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates next month. LSEG data shows investors withdrew $8.47 billion from global bond funds in their biggest weekly net selling since December last year. The U.S. and European bond funds led outflows. The Russian cabinet has reportedly decided to lift an earlier ban on diesel exports to ports via pipelines. Diesel is the biggest component of Russia's fuel product exports. It shipped about 35 million tons of diesel internationally last year. To stabilize the domestic market, Russia banned diesel and gasoline fuel exports on September 21st with no definite timeline. Now it's been partially lifted, so producers can resume diesel shipments, but the ban on gasoline exports remains. German factory orders rose more than expected in August as it battles an industrial downturn. New orders jumped by 3.9% month on month, rebounding sharply from an 11.3% fall in July. Analysts had expected a smaller increase of 1.5%. High inflation and energy costs and weaker demand from China have all been weighing on Germany's crucial manufacturing sector in recent months. GSK has raised $1.08 billion from a discounted stake sale in Haleon. It cuts the British drug maker's shareholding to 7.4% in the world's largest standalone consumer healthcare firm. GSK says the Haleon spin-off and subsequent stake sales will allow it to sharpen its focus on vaccines and infectious diseases and also fund deals to bolster a lackluster drug pipeline. GSK lagged rivals in recent years as it pumps money into U.S. litigation over its heartburn drug Zantac. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking, which tracks the daily wins and losses of the world's wealthiest people. Our biggest winner today is LVMH's Bernard Arnault. He's up $4.1 billion and now has net wealth of $189 billion. Our second biggest winner today is bottled water mogul Zhongshan, up $1.4 billion with net wealth of $62.7 billion. And our third place winner is Oracle's Larry Ellison, up $1.3 billion with net wealth of $138.9 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. And staying with tech giants, Microsoft is reportedly eyeing October 13th as the closing date for its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. If it gets approval from Britain's antitrust regulator, Microsoft reportedly plans to complete the massive purchase of the American video game publisher next Friday. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.